Hi everybody, my name is Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. I am a real estate broker. I like to call myself an apartment broker because I have specialized in apartment locating for the past 10 years. I started off in the industry. I worked on site as a leasing agent and then got my license and have been doing this ever since. So today I wanted to make a video about how to choose the right broker for you. I run a Facebook group with 3,600 people in it who are majority apartment locators or they're leasing agents that work on site. And this is a topic of conversation that comes up a lot. How do you pick the right broker? I just got licensed, or I'm with this broker and I'm not doing well. There's always topics of brokers and like who offers what and all of that. So today I wanted to make a video, very like unbiased. I am a real estate broker. I do own my own company. I do have a team of agents that works for me, but I also am really big about just building community and being a resource in our industry. So I am going to be very transparent with just my philosophy on how to pick a broker. So, regardless if you are a new agent or if you are an experienced agent and have been in the industry a while, I really recommend watching through to the end of this video because I think that this is something that maybe you can pick up on, not only because I've been in the industry a long time, but I'm also a broker and I've been with a couple of different companies. I've ran a couple of different companies. So I think that regardless who you are, you can find this video useful. So the first thing to consider whenever you are looking for a broker, the big topic of conversation that everybody always asks when they interview or when they ask or inquire about a specific company is what is their commission splits. So commission splits should not be, in my opinion, your determining factor about why you pick a broker or not. There are, and that's a very layered statement that I just made, but there are lots of different companies, lots of different brokers that have lots of different business strategies and plans. So commission structure should not just be like the ultimate question that you ask, because you need to understand how that broker is operating their business and what you're going to get from them in order to determine if their commission split is fair. There are some brokers out there that are flat fee brokers that don't offer anything to their agents. And so they're going to have a really, really small commission split. You may have some brokers that offer a little bit of training, a little bit of support. They may have a little bit higher of a commission split, but still a low commission split. You may have a broker that gives you a bunch of leads, but also gives you support, training, technology. They may have like a mid-range split. And then you may have some brokers that are basically operating like call centers, for lack of a better word, but they're just pumping out leads all day for agents to take and to try to close. And those brokers are going to have a really big commission split. Now, none of these strategies really are good or bad. It just kind of depends on what your objective is for your business. People who are brand new to the industry or people that are not good at marketing, not good at networking, or don't have a desire to go out and build a business, they just want to like be earning commission. Those people are really great to go with a broker that's pumping out tons of leads, that is on more of like a 50-50 split or even a 60-40 split where the broker keeps 60 and the agent keeps 40. There's even some companies out there where the agents are on an hourly like salary type situation and they make like $300 a lease. So people that are brand new, people who aren't good at networking or marketing or don't have a desire to build their own business, maybe you're somebody who wants to go with a company like this that just gives you a ton of leads and they have a high commission split, or you make not that much when it comes to each lease that you're getting. Now with these types of structures, if you're with the right company, some of those agents are making a lot of money. Some of them are making like 20,000 a month. Then there's some that maybe are on an hourly structure and they get paid every hour, and they get paid by an hourly basis, and then maybe they're collecting a $300 fee per lease. Those people, maybe they just want the stability, and maybe they're okay making a small amount of money each month when it comes to the commission because they want that hourly check. So those different structures, they can be great for any type of person. Now you have to be careful with the companies that are just pumping out leads to you, in my opinion, because oftentimes you may be making a lot of money and that may be great, but Are they teaching you how to build a business? Are you able to build your own personal brand? Do you even know like what it means to build your own clientele? If you are not getting trained from these companies in those areas, it could be concerning because maybe you won't ever learn that side of the business, or you won't ever build a name for yourself. Therefore, you're kind of stuck always working for these companies. And you may not have room to like grow a team or eventually open your own company. So these are kind of things to think about whenever you're with these companies that are either giving you guaranteed pay, or if they're just giving you tons of leads all the time. And yes, it may be great in the beginning. Yes, you may have stability of having like guaranteed income pretty much, but you have to think about your future too. Are you going to be able to learn? Are you going to be able to develop yourself, your brand, your own clientele with those types of companies? Then you're going to have companies that are maybe on a flat fee structure, and those companies aren't giving you anything at all. These companies can be great for people that are already have an established business. Maybe they don't need a lot of help. They're like somebody who's going to go out and educate themselves. Maybe they have mentors already in the industry. Maybe they're like really good at figuring things out by themselves. Or maybe they're going to go and invest in lots of courses and education programs that are out there outside of their brokerage. So if you're going with a flat fee company, this can be really great because you can keep the majority of your money. But if you're not somebody who's a go-getter, if you're not somebody who's going to take initiative to educate yourself, and you don't have your own clientele, this may not be a good structure. I see a lot of new agents who, I totally understand feeling like you don't want to spend any more money whenever you get your license. But I see a lot of new agents that go with flat fee companies because they're like, oh, I'm going to get to make more money, but they have no idea what they're doing in the industry, and they don't have the motivation or the inspiration to go out and educate themselves. They don't have a clientele base already, and they ultimately get frustrated, burn out, and then they quit because they started with a flat fee company thinking that they were going to save some money, but they had no training, they had no support, they had no motivation. I really think that people that are going with the flat fee company, those people need to have already an established like business. I don't recommend that for brand new agents, just because I've seen far too many people quit the whole industry all the way together after spending all this time and money getting their license, just because they went to a broker that didn't offer anything, had a small commission split, and they just got frustrated. Those flat fee companies I think are really, really great and useful if you are maybe experienced, or maybe you're just a super go-getter. But from my experience, just training agents in the industry, the majority of agents are not go-getters. The majority of agents don't know how to like curate their own clientele, and they really actually need guidance and help in the beginning, at least even for the first couple of years. So flat fee companies I think are great, but it just depends on who you are. Then you have other companies that maybe are maybe they are a hybrid of, they have a small commission split, they give you training and support, but they still kind of like depend on you to go out and get your own business. These companies can be really great because they can teach you how to build your own business. They can teach you all the strategies. They can give you all of like the training, the support. They can answer your questions. A lot of times these brokers are like very easily accessible to their agents. Like these companies can be really, really great in the beginning, or even people that are somewhat of a go-getter, but they just need like guidance. Those companies can be great because you're walking in with a smaller commission split, but you're still getting training and support. These are really great companies, I think, for people who are go-getters, ambitious, or people who are teachable. If you're not somebody who is teachable, if you're not going to take advice or guidance from like the training or support that you're getting at that company, I just don't think these companies are great for you. I think that this is something that whenever you're searching for a new broker, it's really important for you to be self-aware, to understand like where are you going to fit in these categories? What type of person are you right now? What type of person do you want to be eventually? And that's all going to be helpful when determining what broker you need to go with. The next, like, there's, I guess, a fourth option is you have a company that has kind of a mid-level split. They offer training and support, but they do offer you leads occasionally. Those are really great companies for people that, again, maybe they don't need to be with a company that's just like pumping leads out to them. Maybe they want to be with a company that has a smaller commission split, but still okay with having a little bit higher than like no commission split. And these are great companies if you're experienced, if you want to learn, if you are a brand new agent. Like these mid-level companies, I think, are really, really great in those avenues too. So ultimately, in my opinion, I think that if you are a brand new agent, it's really great to go with either a company that's providing you a ton of leads and has a huge commission split, or it's good to go with one of these mid-level companies that maybe, or that does give you a lot of training and support, maybe gives you leads here and there, but they have like a mid-level commission split. I think if you're a brand, or I think if you're an experienced agent, it's really great to go with maybe one of these mid-level companies that still offer training and support. Maybe that's helping you with like your own motivation and determination just to have like that community aspect. Or it's good to go with the flat fee company if you are going to be motivated, if you're going to stay on top of your own stuff. You don't need somebody like on your back. You don't need the community aspect. I think it may be great to go with a flat fee company. But out of all these 4 options, or really it's 3 options, it's really, really good to understand that brokers, like a lot of people, I think when they're interviewing with companies, they think that they're getting interviewed. And like, yes, sometimes you are. In some situations, you are getting interviewed by the broker, and they may say yes or no to hiring you. But for the most part, most brokers are going to bring on anyone. They're going to look at you as somebody who potentially is going to help make them more money. And so they're not probably going to turn you away. So you have to be aware of that whenever you're talking to brokers, that it's really you choosing them. They're choosing everyone for the most part. You wouldn't believe that the largest real estate company in the country, their whole model is actually just hiring agents. They really don't even make the majority of their money from commission. They make it from like their agent monthly fees and their agent like sign-on fees and all of that. So that should tell you something, that you have to be really careful when you're interviewing brokers and understand that most people, whether it's the broker or the recruiting person, most people are going to tell you anything and everything just so that you'll join their team. I've had agents that come to me and said, oh, I joined this company because they said they were going to give me leads, and then they didn't give me a single lead. Or they gave me leads that were all had a horrible budget, or they all had like stuff on their background, which made them very difficult or impossible to work with. So you have to be aware. You have to ask the right questions, maybe ask for like documentation or proof, or maybe have referrals from other agents that are with that company. You have to be aware that whenever you're interviewing with teams or with brokers, a lot of times they'll tell you anything that you want to hear so that you'll join on, so that you'll pay your little sign-on fee or your monthly dues, or so that maybe you'll join on with them and they'll hope that maybe you'll close at least one deal while you're with them. Like, you have to be aware that ultimately you hanging your license under them is helping them make money. So of course they want you to join them. So just be really careful, be aware of yourself, what you need as an agent in this point of your career. Be aware of what you want to be doing with your career in the future, and be aware that a lot of times whenever you're interviewing with people, with companies, a lot of times they're probably just telling you what you want to hear so that you'll join them. So I wanted to make this video because I think it's really important to be 100% transparent. In our Facebook group that has almost 4,000 locators in it, there's a lot of conversation about brokers. There's a lot of brokers in there trying to recruit. And I wanted to make this video because I think it's important to just be aware of what kind of goes into hiring agents, what goes into all the different types of brokerages. I think it's really important. So if you have any questions about picking a broker, if you have questions about maybe joining underneath my team and joining us in your career in this moment, please leave a comment below. If you are somebody or know somebody who's getting their license, please feel free to share this video with somebody, and like and subscribe to our channel, as we will be posting more educational videos about apartment locating, about the leasing industry. Please subscribe to our channel. And also, we do, apart from our free Facebook group that has almost 4,000 people, we do also have a private apartment locator community where we have tons of training. We have agent resources. We offer social media content galleries. We have bi-weekly training calls. We have this private community specifically for people who are wanting to get education from our School of Leasing. And this is a community that's open to anyone, regardless of what team you're on. So if you're interested in that, I will link it below. We, as you can see, have tons of resources for agents. We are really big about building community in our industry and not competition. We're big about community over competition. So again, subscribe to our channel and check out the links below, and we'll see you in the next video.